They do it with a helmet with bullets colored with the LGBTQ rainbow. And you look at that, and I don't even know what is the message they're trying to send here. The first thing that came to mind, and the first thing that might be coming to many people on this channel's mind, if you are able to watch this and you might know this meme, it's the meme. It's a real life representation of this meme. This meme has come to life. That's parody, satire, and reality have mixed together. We do not know the difference anymore because that tweet wasn't a joke, but it is literally the meme. Republicans dropping bombs and Democrats dropping bombs, but the plane that the Democrats use has Black Lives Matter on it, Yes We Can, and the LGBTQ flag. I am all for diversity of thought and even the identity piece that I don't agree with, which you can call critical gender theory and all that. And then the LGBTQ, I said I am an ally. Probably not how you define the word ally, but I would say that I'm an ally. But what I want to show is when it goes wrong. This is when it's not authentic. It comes across as you're trying too hard, and you come across as a liar. And this goes to the U.S. Marines. The U.S. Marines tweeted this on today, June 1st at 7:41 a.m. Mountain Time. They tweeted throughout June. They take pride. It's Pride Month. Okay, you have a Black History Month. You can have a Pride Month. You can have any identity month you want. Me personally, I am not for any identity month because it just turns into an infinite loop of whatever your identity is. I'm a light-skinned dude. When do I get? I'm always picking on Steph Curry. If you don't know, you might not. If you don't follow basketball, because I'm always mentioning him. I don't know why. Steph's like, bro, why does my name keep coming out of your mouth like as this textbook light-skinned dude? I could even use my own kids. My kids are mixed. They're light-skinned too. So that's Steph Curry if you don't know. He's the textbook light-skinned brother. That's why I keep bringing him up. It's no beef, Steph. I don't view the world like that, but y'all drag me into this thing. Okay? I can't blame you. I'm willingly jumping into this thing with y'all to fight against you, actually. Not Steph Curry, but these identitarians. So that's why I keep on bringing Steph Curry. So you got a Black History Month. Why can't you have a light-skinned nigga month? Like, let's celebrate the light-skinned niggas out there like Steph Curry. Why not? There's no end. What about the dark-skinned? Like, I'm dark. Maybe I'm like one shade away from the most purplish dark person you might see, that gets sun all day in Africa. Let's celebrate the dark-skinned month. Who's gonna join me? Mark Lamont Hill. We're gonna have our own month, the dark-skinned month, and we're gonna celebrate all the great achievements of the dark-skinned dudes that have ever walked the planet. Why wouldn't you? I joke, I kid, but what's the difference? Why wouldn't you splice it up? It's the red bone month. Like, I used to live in Detroit. I never heard the term red bone until I lived in Detroit. And that's what I think they only call women that. I mean, I forget, but the dudes in Detroit in this, I'm already digressing, but in Detroit, at least back when I was there, like late 90s, mid 2000s, they would refer to women as red boned. I don't even know where the term comes from. I would have to look it up, but that would be like a light-skinned woman. And for whatever reason, that for some people out there in Detroit where I lived, and I lived in the suburbs, I never lived in the city of Detroit, but I always would drive through. And they would, and even at University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, because a lot of people came from Cas Tech and other schools in Detroit, it was like a red bone was like some type of prize. And I would look at people like, because at that time I was a big fan of Lauryn Hill, and she was darker. I thought Lauryn Hill was like the pinnacle of, celebrity beauty at that time. But in Detroit, it was the fairer your skin, the better. But if you could be so fair that you would look white, but if somehow you identified or had like an ounce of black in you, you were still black. So why can't we have Red Bone Month? Why don't we do this? Why don't we have thick-bodied month. Like, let's celebrate the bodies of thick women. I mean, it would never end. And I'm going to get back on track. That was unplanned. But this is what the military did, the U.S. Marines specifically, celebrating LGBTQ service members. And yeah, I don't have a problem if you want to do that, then fine. I will criticize when you don't come across as genuine, though. That's the problem I have right now. They said we remain committed to fostering an environment free of discrimination and defend the values of treating all equally with dignity and respect. And how do they show that in a picture in their tweet? They do it with a helmet with bullets colored with the LGBTQ rainbow. And you look at that, and I don't even know what is the message they're trying to send here. The first thing that came to mind, and the first thing that might be coming to many people on this channel's mind, if you are able to watch this and you might know this meme, it's the meme. It's a real life representation of this meme. This meme has come to life. That's parody, satire, and reality have mixed together. We do not know the difference anymore because that tweet wasn't a joke, but it is literally the meme. Republicans dropping bombs and Democrats dropping bombs, but the plane that the Democrats use has Black Lives Matter on it, Yes We Can, and the LGBTQ flag, which is nothing to say against any of those identities. It's just obviously they're still bombs. Whether you wrap them up in a rainbow or not, or whatever issues your textbook Republicans, you could put abortion on, or whatever issues Republicans agree, you wrap it up in that issue, Democrats wrap it up in theirs, it's still a bomb. And then there's this cartoon next to it that says, they say the next ones will be sent by a woman. Really makes you feel like you're a part of history. So we're celebrating bombs because of this, and that's the same thing. We're celebrating bullets are to unlive people. That's not something to put an identity on and put into the barrel of a weapon and fire. I'm doing this on the identity. You're trying too hard. You're disingenuous. You're fake. You are a phony. This is not a real reach out for diversity. This is the definition of a virtue signal. They got ratioed for it. I would like to hear them explain what the representation is. They got seriously ratioed for it. So what that means is even people who agree with these identity intersectionalities aren't rushing to the tweet to support it. That's what it means. So the only people who this is going viral with or they're reacting to, so people who support this identity BS, like splicing us up, they might see the tweet and they're not liking it because they don't like it. It's like, that was cringe, but they're not really responding to it. The ones who are active on it are the ones who are like, wait a second. The ones who are independent thinkers. Some people, the quote tweets are just amazing. He said, for the love of God, watch the movie before you rip off the poster. Jeez. Daryl B. Harrison said, this is a good one. Are those bullets or lipstick canisters? Fair question. Fair joke. That was a good one. That was a new one. I hadn't seen that one. The movie that they're talking about, that's what they're talking about there. I don't want to get too much into that. It's only June 1st and Pride Month has already reached peak absurdity. Again, I am not against people who identify however they identify. I just want to talk. If you agree with that, I'm an ally to you. And my recommendation as an ally to you is to tell them to stop doing stupid ish like this. It doesn't make sense. I will tell you with Black History Month, if they did something sideways, you saw people with Juneteenth. I didn't agree with them, but you saw people rise up on Juneteenth. They weren't feeling what Walmart did with the ice cream branding. So I don't agree with them, but they rose up and said, don't do that. I think you got to rise up and say, do it a different way. Maybe you tried too hard. Let's try again. Basically. So this is the helmet here. And they keep doing this. And then, yep. And then Luke Rudkowski, of course, on point as always, says, those Yemeni children won't know what hit them. Now, it's not America in there directly, but you're putting that symbolism there. That's what bullets do. So this is people. Swift on Security said this may be the greatest tweet physically possible. It's the thought process. The thought processes that led to its creation need to be preserved and studied. The engagement rate must be close to 100%, an incredible exemplar of the highest achievement I did not previously consider attainable. Solid tweet there. If I can follow, I follow so many people, it doesn't let me follow people. That was a dope tweet. Kind of like a not taking a side type tweet, but like saying this is silly. Somebody said, I wonder if those bullets fire straight or not. And I didn't do a great job describing it, so you'll have to look at the video to see. It's just a helmet with rainbow colored bullets, and it's the same. It's trying too hard. Let me go to this now. This part of it, the tweet, it does represent something serious to me. Is we have to make sure that we are ready for combat. I know this is just propaganda. I'm not saying that we're not. I don't know. I'm just saying that that doesn't project to me confidence that we are. So I want to make that distinction. I don't know. I'm not a military expert, but this is Russian propaganda right here.
Вопросы могут остаться без ответов, но разве ты сможешь потом спокойно спать? Узнать себя, познать границы своих возможностей. К черту границы. Ты готов ломать себя до изнеможения. Каждый день здесь боль закаляет. Шрамы по всему.
So if you're just listening, it's your typical chiseled, war-ready appearing men doing push-ups and showing muscles and showing their strength and speed. That's the Russian propaganda. So China, do you think China is more or less afraid? Because in China, they don't do this type of propaganda. I'm not saying everything China does is what I want to do here, but I'm saying let's compare this. They don't do critical theory indoctrination in their schools. They don't do this type of propaganda. Why don't they? Libs of TikTok says China is laughing at us. It is a serious question. I'm not pretending to know, but it is a question that is fair to ask. And then someone else said Americans are laughing as well. I laughed at it, but it's more concerned to hide the tears more than anything. If we were going to be genuine about this, I'll end with this. If we were going to be genuine about this, I'm not a marketer, but why couldn't you do an ad where you would have people doing different roles? Because the military is not just the people who are on the ground, who are risking their lives when they get into combat, but there are people flying drones, there's people doing medical stuff, there's lawyers, there's all different types of ways to serve. And my vision is like you have a bunch of different people, you have people of different skin color or whatever serving in their role in in an ad. And then at the end of the ad, maybe because you don't know if any of them are LGBTQ plus or not. Then at the end of the ad, maybe you show someone who was maybe a MAGA supporter or something like that. I don't know if you want to get into politics like that, even though LGBTQ is politics now. But somebody who kind of comes across as anti-LGBTQ, and then they find out that their, fellow soldier is, and then they dap up or something like that. Now, I know that sounds corny, but it would be, so for me, I'd rather be laughing at me because I'm corny, but at least my message is solid. It's a message of bringing people together. That's why I have a problem with these identity holidays. It's not an effort to bring people together. That ad right there is not an effort to bring people together. You just say I'm for diversity, understanding, but you don't try to, what have you done to try and promote that? Nothing. You just fly your flag and you say you have to believe me, you have to join me, or you're a bigot. That's not promoting diversity. So that's my thought on it. Let me know what you think. Take care.